Good morning everyone, Namaste. Welcome to your prenatal yoga practice. If you have a cushion, please get one ready for you to sit on so that you're a little bit more comfortable, or a block if you have one, or even a bolster. Sometimes by elevating the hips a little bit higher than the knees, it actually alleviates some of that discomfort that you feel or compression that you feel in your lower back. Okay, now just a few things. If you're experiencing any wrist pain, there's any inflammation in your wrists, or you're starting to have a little bit of a carpal tunnel syndrome, anything that puts weight bearing on your hands, I'd like you to come up onto your fists instead and modify so that you put some pressure off your wrist, yeah? And you'll be on your fist with your thumbs facing forward. If you have any discomfort in the groin, or you're experiencing any pelvic girdle pain, symphysis pubis dysfunction, anything that puts your legs apart, you need to shorten your stance a little bit. If you feel discomfort whatsoever, just come into a short child's pose and take a seat, take a rest, okay? If you have any spotting, low lying placenta, you're not quite sure, please check with your doctor prior to practice. All right, today let's come into a comfortable seated position in Sukhasana, on your cushion, on your block, or even just on your mat. All right, gently place your hands onto your knees and close your eyes. As you soften your facial muscles, let your jaw relax. Release the tension from the space between your eyebrows. As your mouth softly closes, start to breathe in and out through the nose. Just checking in on your breathing today. I'm trying to slow your breathing down, elongating and deepening each inhalation and exhalation. The slower you breathe, the calmer you are. Bring your left palm to your baby and your right palm to your heart. Feel that connection, your heartbeat to the baby's heartbeat. Dedicating the practice to yourself as well as to the little one. Practicing for 2 today. And just take this moment to set your intention for your practice. We'll begin our practice with alternate nose breathing. Nadi Shodhana, we'll use our right thumb and our right ring finger. Keeping your left palm on your belly. Bring the right thumb to lightly close your right nostril. Inhale from your left side. Close the left with the ring finger. Exhale from the right. Inhale from the right. Close with the thumb, exhale left. Inhale left. Slow your breathing down. Try not to force if one side is a little blocked today. Close and exhale from the right. Inhale right. Feel the expansion in the belly. Close with the thumb, exhale left. Inhale left. Close and exhale right. Inhale right. Close and exhale left. Inhale left. Close and exhale right. Inhale right. Close and exhale left. Inhale left. Close and exhale right. One more round. Inhale. Close and exhale left. Inhale left. Close and exhale right. Keeping your eyes closed, release your palms back to the knees. Gently soften the shoulders, tuck the chin to the chest on your next exhale. On an inhale, tilt the chin up, arching the upper back slightly. As you exhale, round the back slightly as you tuck the chin to the chest. Inhale, arching as you lift the chin up. One more repetition. Exhale, chin down, slightly round. Inhale, chin up, slightly arch. And bring your head back to neutral. Turn your head towards your right side for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale to your center and exhale to your left side for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you bring your head back to your center and gently blink open your eyes. Okay, so alternate nose breathing practice is one of the best ways to actually calm the mind and to deepen your breathing, as well as to balance your left and the right. And the right side is the yang side, which is the heating side, and the yin is on the left side, which is the cooling side. So you notice sometimes when the weather changes, one side gets a little bit runny, or it gets a little bit blocked, especially when you wake up in the morning, and you don't really realize that because you have a backup. Yeah, so when you actually do alternate nose breathing for at least a 5 to 8 minute or even a 10-minute session if you can, this will help to really equalize and deepen your breathing and really clear the nasal passage. So try and do that whenever you can, okay? All right, let's remove the cushion. If you're sitting on one, we'll put it aside and come onto all fours, your tabletop position. Okay, and then once again, if you have any wrist discomfort, this might not be an ideal situation where the palms are flat. Come up onto your fists instead with your fingers, or rather your thumbs, pointing forward. All right, soften the shoulders, don't sag and poke the shoulder blades up to the ceiling. I'd like you to gently push the ground away with the knuckles, pressing the toenails onto the mat, coming into a flat back situation. So your core, your deep transverse muscles are actually engaged. They're hugging baby and going against gravity. So this will help to alleviate some of that discomfort that you feel in your lower back. We're coming into cat and cow. So on an inhalation, please arch your spine from the tailbone, the lower, the middle, and the upper back. Gaze slightly up, and as you exhale, scooping baby in, rounding your back, looking towards baby, sending baby some love. Inhale. We'll do 5 more. And as you exhale, rounding, dropping the head, looking towards baby. Inhale. Let the breath move the spine. And as you exhale, round. 3 more like this. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale again. Exhale. 1 more in. And exhale. Good. Now as you come back to your tabletop, tuck your toes, walk the hands back and sit on your heels. So you're in what we call a toe squat. All right, sway side to side, waking up the toes. The muscles in the end actually sometimes get neglected. There's not a lot of blood circulation going all the way to the extremities. So feel how your toes are like today. Now that we're all staying at home, we're not wearing a lot of shoes, your toes actually have got a lot more room to expand. Okay, now this might not be very comfortable if you have swelling in the feet, if you have water retention, so you might want to just lift the bum a little bit and not put too much pressure. All right, now come back to the center. I'd like you to raise your right arm. So this is my right, yeah, and you're going to bend your elbow and place the hand behind you. Don't drop the chin. Oftentimes when the shoulder is very tight or the upper back is tight, the chin starts to compensate, and this is your posture. And this is your posture when you're working on your desk or if you're staring at your phone. So you want to lift the chin and get it parallel to the floor. Use your other hand to hold the elbow and pull the arm behind you a little bit, like you're trying to tuck the arm behind your head. Hold it here, feel the expansion on the lateral line of the body, and that's on the right side, all the way up to the triceps. 5, 4, you're not doing a side bend, you're just pulling the arm behind the head. 3, 2, 1. On an exhale, release. We'll switch sides. Left arm up, bend your elbow, and then pull the arm and try and tuck it behind the head, keeping the chin level to the floor. Pull the arm as much as you can. Feel the shoulder blade lift away from the body. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. On an exhalation, release your arms back onto the mat. Alright, so if you want, you can come back onto your fists again. Lift your feet up, wriggle out your toes, rotate the ankles. Alright, now from here, you're going to turn your right leg out to the side and extend your left leg straight out to the back of your mat. So the heel of the left foot is in line with your right knee. So I'm going to turn my back to you for this demonstration. You're going to lift your hip up. Alright, now you can come up to your fist or you can come up to your palm, whatever works for you. Alright, again the chin is level, you're looking sideways, you're going to raise your left arm overhead and circle 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. On your third round, you're going to bend your left elbow and place the palm behind the head, turn the chest and lift the chest towards the ceiling. Pulling the left elbow back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release and settle back down. Turn and come back to the center of your mat, and we're going to switch sides. So you're going to bring your left leg out to the side, to the left, and your right leg to point to the back of the mat. So again, heel is in line with the knee, and let's stretch up. Raise that right arm overhead, circling 3 rounds. 1, keep the breath going. 2, and 3. Good. And then from here, you're going to bend that right elbow, hand behind the head, turn the upper body so that the chest is facing the ceiling, pulling that right elbow back. 5, 4, feeling that nice stretch on the lateral line of the body. This helps to get rid of all that tension in the lower back. 3, 2, and 1. On an exhalation, release your right palm back and coming back to that tabletop. From here, we're going to do pelvic rotation, so widen the knees. The knees are wider than your hips. Walk your hands about 2 palms distance forward, and then slowly sink your hips towards your right heel, left heel, and then come forward. So we're going clockwise for 5 times, all right? Inhale, exhale. Make the movement very fluid. Inhale, and exhale. 2 more rounds in this direction. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, creating the space for the lower back and also for the baby, and exhale. We're going to go reverse. Inhale, anti-clockwise, 5 rounds. Exhale. In, ex. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. 1 more round, please. Inhale and exhale. Good. I'd like you to sit on your heels for a moment. Your knees are still wide. And then walk the hands a little bit more forward. Feel that nice big stretch. Take an inhalation here. Lift your chest. And as you exhale, bend your elbows to the mat. So your upper arms are on external rotation, lifting the chest. Collarbones nice and broad. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push your elbows back off the mat. Come back to your tabletop. Bring the knees back to hip distance apart. Okay? And from here, you're going to sit on your heels, rocking back and forth. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. 1 more round. Inhale forward. This time as you exhale, tuck your chins, tuck your toes, and lift your knees up. Let's come into a downward facing dog. Now, you don't want to round your back in your downward facing dog. If that's going to happen and you're feeling that the shoulders are shrugging towards your ears, I'd like you to lift your heels a little bit higher, like you're wearing high heels, softening the shoulders, and then trying to straighten the knees as much as you can. Good. And then from this position, you try to lower the heels down towards the mat as best as you possibly can, giving your lower legs a nice, good stretch. Those are your calf muscles. This is excellent. If you're cramping at night especially, take one more breath here. And then look to the front. Walk towards your hands. Walk to the front of your mat. Keep your knees bent, your feet about hip width or slightly wider than hip width. Grab hold of your elbows. Bring your elbows by your ears. Okay, your knees are bent and you're swaying side to side. Baby is parked snugly between your thighs. You're slowly swaying the upper body like a pendulum. Just releasing upper back tension and allowing gravity to assist you. Good. And then from here, come back towards the center. Look forward, bring your hands onto your hips, and then slowly come all the way up to a standing position. We'll do a few rounds of modified sun salutations. Bring your palms into prayer. Lengthen the spine, spreading the toes, rooting your feet down onto the mat. Chin level to the floor. Inhale, raise your arms overhead. Interlace the last 3 fingers and bend towards your right side. Again, lateral line is being addressed here to stretch the side body. Inhale to your center and exhale to your left side. Inhale to your center, exhale, fold. Bring your hands towards your legs, pressing lightly on the shins push back. Come into a flat back. Inhale, exhale, 1. Inhale again. And exhale, 2. Separate the legs more. Bring your palms between your feet and step your right leg back. Big step for me. Turn towards your left and stretch your left arm up. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale again. Exhale, 2. Bring the left palm down, drop the right knee down. Let's come into a lunge position. Raise your arms up. Inhale. Circle the arms, opening the shoulders, palms back to the mat. Tuck your right toes, lift the right knee, and slide your left leg back into a downward facing dog. Again, if your hamstrings are tight, lift the heels, but try to get the knees straight and allow gravity to bring the heels down. That is a great assist. Look forward, step towards your hands or walk towards the hands. Inhale, come all the way back up. Bring your hands back to prayer position. All right, second side. Inhale. Interlace the last 3 fingers and bend to your left side. Inhale to your center and bend to your right. Inhale to the center, fold forward. Come into a flat back, shins pushing into the hands, hugging baby in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bending the knees, separate the feet, hands between the feet, left leg back. Twist towards the right side, raise your right arm up. Inhale, exhale, 1. Inhale again, exhale, 2. As the palm comes down, the left knee comes down. Let's come into a lunge position, scoop your arms up, circle the arms wide, palms back to mat. Downward facing dog as the right leg goes back. 2 breaths. Inhale, exhale, 1. Inhale again, exhale, 2. Lift the head, walk towards the front of your mat. Inhale, come all the way up, and then bring your hands back to prayer. Keeping your feet parallel, you're going to bend the knees, push the knees behind the toes, scooping the tailbone in and really hugging baby in using your abdominal muscles. Come into a chair pose. You don't have to bend very deep if your knee is not feeling so great today. And just bring your arms by your ears. Inhale. Exhale, 1. One more inhale. Exhale, 2. Let's bring the hands to your hips and step your right leg back. The heel is up, bending your left knee. We're coming into a high lunge. Raise your arms up. And then as you exhale, I'd like you to bend your arms into cactus. Here we're going to pulse 5 rounds. Inhale, straighten the arms and your left knee. Exhale, bend everything. Come back into that lunge position. Inhale, 2. Exhale. 3, exhale, bend. 4, exhale, bend. One more, 5, and exhale, bend. Beautiful. From this position, open your arms wide, your palms are facing forward, and you're going to keep the arms there and twist the upper body towards your left side, pulling that left arm as far back as you can, keeping that left knee tracking forward. 4, 3, keep the breath going. 2, steady foundation. 1, as you come back to the center, sweep your arms up. As you exhale, lean slightly forward, arms go back. And on an inhale, step back to the front. And exhale back to your starting position. Take a breath here to recover. We'll do the other side. Inhale and exhale. Hands on your hips, bending the knees, and again push the knees slightly behind the toes, tucking the tailbone. Bring your arms by your ears for your chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. And exhale, 2. Hands on the hips, step your left leg back, bending that right knee. Plant the back leg well, and then bring your arms up. Exhale into cactus. And we'll go 5 rounds here. Inhale. Exhale, bend. Strong foundation. Inhale. Exhale, 2. In. Exhale, 3. In. Exhale, 4. One more. In. And exhale, 5. From this position, expand the arms out to the sides, palm facing forward. Twist towards your right side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you come back to the middle, raise your arms up. Take an inhalation. Exhale, sweep the arms back. Body leans forward. Inhale, step back to the front. And exhale, back to your starting position. Take an inhale here. Exhale. Release your arms. We're coming into tree pose, all right? So we're going to balance on our left leg first. So this is my left. Look straight ahead, don't look on the floor. Left hand on the hip. Now let's start by shifting the weight to your left leg, catching hold of your right knee. Find your balance here, find your gazing point here. Take your time, slide the hand down towards the ankle, and then pull the foot and park it next to your inner thigh as high as possible, avoiding the knee. The right knee points to the side, and just check that your hip bones are facing forward. Bring your hands to prayer. Elbows lifted to the sides. Option 1, stay here with prayer hands in front of the chest. If you want to go a little bit further, stretch your prayer hands overhead and stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. On an exhale, lower your palms and support your right leg back to the mat. Shake your legs out, switch sides, okay? So shift the weight to your right leg, catch hold of your left knee. Find your balance here, take your time. Slide the hand down towards the ankle and pull that foot towards your right thigh. The knee is pointing out to the side. Again, dropping the left hip, keeping the hip level. Prayer hands when you're ready. Not very balanced, go to a wall. Stay here or raise your prayer hands overhead for 5, 4, and 3. Keep the breath going. 2, and 1. On an exhale, you're going to bring your prayer hands back and then gently support your leg back to the mat and shake your legs out. Alright, so from here, what I'd like you to do is to step your legs as wide as your mat. Raise your arms overhead, and you're going to interlace the fingers behind your back. Take an inhalation to lift your chest, and as you exhale, I want you to fold halfway. Okay? Halfway. So the body is about parallel to the floor, All right, if your hamstrings feel like they're really tight, I'd like you to bend the knees slightly. Otherwise, just lift the knuckles as high as you can, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and at the same time, resisting gravity, hugging baby in towards your spine, keeping your back as nicely flat as you can. So you don't arch the back because we're not coming into a full forward fold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull with the arms and come all the way back up. Good, and then release your hands and step your legs back together. Slowly come down to the floor and take a seat. All right? I'd like you to bring the soles of your feet together in butterfly. And again, if you have any discomfort when you do butterfly lately, your heels should be forward about 1.5 to 2 feet from the groin, and you're coming into a modification called the diamond pose instead, and this is plenty for you. All right, if you're doing butterfly today, sit up tall. If this is very difficult, you can always prop something under your hips, under your buttocks. Okay, then lift up the chest, flap a few times. If you are not folding forward today, baby is always giving you a kick in the ribs when you do, that you don't feel like there's a lot of space anymore, just stay flapping. All right, otherwise, if you're folding forward today, peel open the feet like you're opening a book. Roll the shoulders back. Take an inhale and then start to lengthen the spine. You're presenting baby forward, keeping the buttocks on the mat. Now pause for a moment and just observe how you're feeling here. Do you have the space? If you do, go a little bit more. If your elbows touch the thighs, push down with your elbows, lengthen. Hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back towards the center. From this position, I'd like you to extend your left leg out to the side and pull your right heel towards the groin. So if you look at your legs position, they're exactly like your tree pose when you were doing it standing up. It's just that now you're in a seated position. Flex your left foot, raise your arms overhead, and on an exhalation, fold forward. Your left hand holds the leg, any part that you can hold. Right hand goes to the floor, lengthening the spine. Now turn the body a little bit towards your straight leg, okay? And you start to feel the stretch a little bit more in the lower back, around the kidney area. And this area holds so much tension because of all that tightness that's in the body, all right? So lengthen the arm, inhale here, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. So you want to create a lot of space. Now either you stay here or you see if you can bend your elbows and come a little bit lower. Let's take 2 more breaths here. And if you're doing this on your own, feel free to pause the video, hold for 5, 8 breaths, whatever that feels really good for you, whatever release that you need, especially in the lower back and shoulders. All right, now inhale, come back up to the center, stretch your arms up. Now bring your right hand behind you, bend your left knee and place the foot on the mat. Stretch your left arm up. All right, now this may be plenty for you. You're just going to stay here. If you would like to go a little bit more, you're going to lift your hips up, push down and arch back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit back down, release. Let's change sides. Left leg is folded, right leg is out to the side. I'm going to turn here so that you can see. The foot is flexed. So inhale, you're going to stretch your arms up. Exhale, you're going to fold forward. Turn a little bit more towards your straight leg. And again, if you have the space, elbows down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back up. Inhale, raise the arms. Left hand goes back. Bending that right knee, lifting up and arching back. 5, 4, 3, feel that expansion in the front body. 2, and 1. As you exhale, lower back to the mat. Okay, let's come into fire log. So you're going to stack your right leg on top of your left leg like this. All right, and again, if you feel that this knee is high and this is plenty, you're going to stay right here and just bring the body slightly forward, and this is plenty. If you can come into a stacked shin position where the knee is covering the foot and the foot is on the knee, you're going to lengthen the spine on an inhale, and on an exhale, you're going to fall forward. So the stretch that you're going to feel will be in the glutes, in the IT band, which is that outer thigh space that you feel, all the way down to your outer knee. If you have sciatica, please try and do this stretch every day. This is a really, really nice stretch for that. Now you're going to come back towards the center. Don't undo the legs just yet. Now, if it's your right leg on top, it's your right arm that wraps underneath. And you're going to come into eagle arms, press your palms together, bring the wrist towards your forehead and push your elbows forward. Feel the stretch of the muscles between your shoulder blades. And on an exhale, unwrap your arms, release your legs. Let's do the other side. Flick on top of right, flexing the feet, checking that the shins are parallel. Inhale, lift, exhale, forward. Good, and then come back up. Left arm below, wrap your palms. Bring the wrist towards the forehead, pushing the elbows forward. 5, 4, 3, relax your shoulders. 2, 1. Exhale, unwrap your arms and release your legs. Stretch your legs out, rotate the ankles. And then before we wrap up, let's come back to that nice cross-legged seated position at the beginning of your session today. Roll your shoulders back, 1, 2, and then 3. Let the shoulders relax. Once again, bring your left palm to your baby and your right palm to your heart. Close your eyes. Notice the sensations in the body after your practice today. With your eyes closed, bring your hands into prayer. Gratitude for your practice, for showing up today and practicing for 2. Gently rub your palms until they're warm. And press them over your eyes. Soften your eyes behind your eyelids. Rub your palms again. Place them behind the neck. Massage your neck. Massage the tops of the shoulders. And once more, rub your palms. Place them at the lower back and massage the lower back. Slide the palms over to baby. Make a little heart shape with your fingers, sending all that love and compassion within to seal your practice today. Release your hands, bring them back to prayer. Gently open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you.